well, this movie didn't get a popcorn bucket because it was overshadowed by Wicked's popularity. Yes, Wicked really needed the popcorn bucket than Running Man. So, I guess, oh, fuck, I have it upside down. So, I guess, two posters will do. So I just saw The Running Man. This was a movie I've been waiting for all summer. When I went to go make, one of the lovely people who helped out on the film, Scott McClure, he was really excited for this movie. He said that this was a movie that he was really excited for. And I remember he showed us the trailer on, like, one of the last days that, I think I had, the day after I think I had finished making No. He showed, everyone who was in the filmmaking class, in Trollwood that year, the trailer for this movie. At that point, I knew some going on, like, some things about the film, but I didn't know exactly. So I watched the trailer on that first day, and instantly, from the moment that I saw that trailer, so it came out, I knew this was a movie I was gonna go see. I knew this was gonna have to be a movie I was gonna want to go see. So, I waited, and, and because originally this movie was supposed to come out November 7th, but then it got pushed back by a week. So that way it got delayed by a week because they didn't want any competition with Predator Badlands, which did good on their end. The only thing is that it was competing against Now You See Me 3. Now, honestly, I've never seen any of the Now You See Me films. I don't know anything about them. So, and I heard some things about the films being not that great. So in my head I was thinking, oh, okay, this one will more than likely beat it at the box office. No, it's quite the opposite. Now You See Me 3 is massively beating this film. I don't know why. I don't know. But I don't know. Okay. This is a movie so far that has gotten a whole bunch of divisions. There's some people who really love this movie. There's some people who are meh on it. And then there's some people who are like, I think people should skip this. There's those divisions of people. People who love this, people who think it's meh, and people who think it's just worthy of a skip. I'm gonna tell you, I loved this movie, but I can definitely see where those people are coming from. Because so me personally, I love the hell out of this movie. I love this movie. It was bonkers, it was crazy, and yeah, I guess I should explain it more too. This movie is about so this movie is based off of a Stephen King book. At that point, though, he went under a pseudonym. He wrote it under a pseudonym. And then later it was revealed that he was the one who wrote it. This is technically the second film adaptation, because there's a film adaptation back in 1987 with Arnold Schwarzenegger. And that one I don't think was that well enough. I don't think it did well enough. I think it was like one of those films where, because I don't know if it was, because I don't think, reading upon it, I don't think it was like really accurate to the book. So I don't think it did that well. So there's been talks about doing a more faithful adaptation of the movie, I guess, for a long time. And I guess later they decide to do this one, which is from the director of Hot Fuzz and Shaun of the Dead, movies that are on my watch list at some point. they are on my watch list to get to whenever I get around to them. And this movie, and it's also starring Glenn Powell. This movie is about this guy. I think his name is Ben Richards. Hold on, let me look it up. Ben. Man, there's some characters I'm gonna forget their names. Yeah, Ben Richards, who is played by Glenn Powell. So Glenn Powell, he plays Ben Richards, and him and his wife, who is played by Jane Lawson. Both of them are trying to find ways to save their daughter. I'm just gonna pull up the little cast here, just that way I can see it here. So Ben Richards and his wife Shayla, played by Jane Wilson. Both of them are trying to figure out how they can save their daughter. Their daughter is like this newborn child who, I think she's like maybe 1 or 2 years old. I don't think it's newborn. Now I think about it. But like the child is like dying. It's dying really bad. I think they said that she had. I think the baby had cancer. I think that's what she had. I think she had cancer or something. So, Ben Richards finds out about this show called The Running Man. And The Running Man is this competition game show. And by the way, this movie takes place in a dystopian future. Keep in mind that. So, you see a lot of, like, self-driving cars and, like, drones and whatnot. So he goes on this game show, this competition game show, where you have to survive 30 days from mercenaries, hitmen, and assassins. And you have to survive 30 days without being killed, essentially. And it's broadcasted on live television. That's the plot of this movie. I don't know. And yeah. And it's weirdly like an interesting. It's freakishly relevant to today too. It's freakishly relevant to today with politics and whatnot. It's supposed to be like sort of like, and especially the book too. The book was like freakishly good commentary on politics and how politics and whatnot are controlling our lives. And it's weird too because this movie's owned by Paramount. So and Paramount's not been the best recently. Bit collar tugging. But yeah. And yeah. So I don't know. There's so many things I want to talk about this film. I love this movie. I think the action in this film is really good. The action sequences are honestly very fun to watch. I don't know. The pacing of this movie is weird. The pacing in this movie is good, and then sometimes it just kinda isn't. I'm debating if I want to go spoiler territory on this movie. Should I? I don't know. You know what? Fuck it. So there's a moment in this film where Ben Richards catches this woman named Amelia, who is surprisingly played by an Amelia. She's played by... doesn't even want to show up. Amelia Jones. So Amelia Williams is the character, and she's played by Amelia Jones. There's... this may just be a spoiler review at this point, because I'm like, I want to say this scene, but, like, this scene's also kind of spoiler heavy. And there's a scene where Ben Richards, while he's on the run, and while he's on the hunt, being hunted, I should say, he goes and meets this, civilian, who's in this car, named Amelia. And the network tries to frame him for, the network shows it as though he's taking her as hostage. She's taking him hostage. I flipped it around. And the network tries to show us to the TV, because the network can fake stuff. It's like they can use, like, AI or whatnot to try and fake it. And, like, they're, like, they have, like, this weird AI that can change whatever you're saying. And that network can do that because, it's for the ratings. Not much else. So, like, you could say something like, oh, I don't give a shit about this network. And the network will be like, okay, we're gonna change it with AI. Change it, whatever you're saying, with AI. And, because we care about the ratings, and if you say something not so nice about us, well, not many people are gonna watch us. So they change whatever you're saying with AI. They did that kind of like, they did that same thing when he was with Amelia. With their AI, they changed it to where it looked like Amelia was taking Richard's hostage, when that is not the case. And so from there on, from when that scene started, to when I guess when we arrived on the plane with Lee Pace's character, because Lee Pace plays a hunter in this. He plays one of the, I think, main hunters in this movie. From there on, the pacing did kind of feel slow. There's some moments in this movie where the pacing was like wanting to just take a second and halt and just kind of slow down. And I don't know, like, it was, like, weird, because it was like, oh, okay, so now we're just taking a break from the action. Okay. And it was like, and we were there for, like, maybe 9-10-ish minutes, maybe even a little bit more. It was like, this is kind of getting boring after a while. But, like, yes, there are some pacing issues. I will say that. This movie isn't entirely perfect. I do think there are some pacing issues, and I think there's some scenes that could have worked a little bit more. This movie is, 2 hours and 14 minutes. There's some moments where you could feel the runtime, but then there's some moments where it's like, okay, let's just zoom through this. So, it's like, yeah. But yeah, and that's probably one of the only complaints I think I can say about this movie. But yeah. So I want to go through the cast here. Let's see. Glenn Powell. I, weirdly enough, haven't seen much of his. I know he's becoming, like, a big star. Because what movies has he been in recently? I think he was in Twisters. I haven't seen... I wasn't really a huge fan of the first Twister. Controversial opinion. So, like, I didn't see that one. Top Gun. Oh, he was in Dark Knight Rises? Hold on. Okay, I'm... Dark Knight Rises. Who was he on that? Oh, Stock Trader. Okay. So he was a small role. Okay. Spy Kids 3. Okay, yeah, I didn't know about the Spy Kids 1. That I did know, because that was, like, I think his first role that he was in. Expendables 3. Right Along 2. Oh, Expendables 1. Wait, is he in all the Expendables? I think. It just says 1 and 3. Okay, sorry, this turned into a different video. Glenn Powell. I liked him in this. He's pretty fun. He's a pretty fun actor in this movie. Amelia Jones, I'm gonna say this. There's a lot of cast members that really didn't get a lot of screen time. Amelia Jones, she didn't get a whole bunch of screen time. Lee Pace, she didn't get a whole bunch. Daniel Ezra, he didn't get a whole bunch. Kathy O'Brien, she didn't get a whole bunch. Michael Cera, yeah, I mean, he has a decent size, but James Lawson, sorta. Okay, Coleman Domingo. I want to talk about Coleman Domingo because holy crap, he stole the show in this movie. He stole the freaking show in this. So in this movie, he plays Bobby T. He is the host of the show. He's the host of The Running Man. My gosh, I loved it whenever he was on screen. He stole the show in this film. I could definitely see him hosting a competition show. And not shows like this, obviously, but like, because I don't think this one would be allowed to go on public network nowadays. But I would love to see Coleman Domingo just host a show, because wow, I loved his character in this. He was one of those characters where he was very energetic and bubbly and had this spasmic energy about him. This spasmic energy of him. Wow, words don't like me. And I think even in the scene that he was, even in scenes where he was with Glenn Powell, it kind of turned into the Coleman Domingo show. And, like, I don't know if Coleman Domingo is a voice actor. I think he is. But if he is, he has a really good voice to just do voice acting. I could see him, like, voice acting villains, you know? Oh, wait, no, he is a voice actor, because I did read that he's on the new Wicked. So he's in 2 movies in theaters right now. He's in Running Man, and he's in Wicked Part 2. But yeah, I loved Coleman Domingo's character in this. Josh Brolin, he is easily hateable, and I love that. I love Josh Brolin's character. So Josh Brolin plays he plays the host, not host, that's Coleman Domingo's character. He plays the creator. He plays the series creator of The Running Man. And there's moments in this film where he is just so fucking hateable. And there's just moments in the show where you just want him to die. He created the show, and because of that, he has to pay at least a little bit for the stuff he's having these contestants do. I loved his character in this because of how easily hateable he was. David Zayas, he didn't get a whole bunch. in this. I know David Zayas from Gotham. That's pretty much about it. Sean Hayes. He's only in the beginning of this movie. He's not really a whole lot of this film. William H. Macy. He's one of those people, he just plays kind of like the friend. He plays sort of like the friend of the group. And that's pretty much about it. Like, the cast in this is kind of spot on. I do think the cast in this is really good. It's a good movie. I wish they had some moments of pacing where they could just go on it a little quicker. And I think that's literally all the complaints I have. And there's also a lot of funny jokes in this too. I liked too that there's a joke. There's a show that the network has created besides the Rain Man, and that joke is obviously supposed to make fun of stuff like the Real Housewives and the Kardashians and whatnot. It's obviously supposed to be a joke, and it's supposed to be a mock, and it's supposed to be a parody of those kind of shows. And so I know a few people who loves those shows. So because of that, I do know some stuff about those kind of shows, but like I obviously don't know much. And because I knew what they were trying to do with that parody, that kind of made it even more funnier. I don't think many Stephen King viewers watch shows like that, but it was kind of funny to just see that joke, and it was really that I do think that was a really funny running joke that they had. I don't know. The characters are really well written. There's characters that just steal the show for me. Characters that are obviously just the best. And then characters that are just easily hateable. Like Josh Brolin's character. Oh god, I wanted him to die. The action sequences are very good. Especially, I think, one scene that involves a apartment explosion. That was really fun. And like just the humor too, because there's a moment, and this is in the trailer too. This is in a few of the trailers. There's two moments that are in the trailers I did like in this. That was in the movie. One of them was Glenn Powell was in an elevator shaft that was going down, and one of the hunters was standing here, and Glenn Powell was like, "Here, I have a grenade." Tosses it at him. And then the hunter's like, back at you. Because the hunter caught the grenade and just throws it back at Glenn Powell. Glenn Powell, of course, obviously manages to escape the grenade. And then and then the whole building just explodes. Just that humor of, hey, I have a grenade. Ooh, that's nice. I have yours now. Tosses it. Like, that was pretty funny. Another good little joke that was in the trailers that I thought was kind of clever. There's a scene too where Glenn Powell he's disguising himself, because there's some moments where he disguises himself. He disguises himself as a blind priest at one point, and he disguises himself just like a regular old person. I guess, I don't know. He just has glasses and a mustache, and behind him you see like a whole billboard. Because by the way, in the city, they can literally, civilians are allowed and they're okay to just trick the contestants and be like, "Hey, can I have a picture with you? Okay, I got you. Hunters, get them. So like they can alert the civilians can alert the hunters that you're there. So like you kind of have to be careful with where you are, because you are essentially a fugitive for television. That's pretty much what the purpose of the show is. So like because of that, you see like billboards, and it's like a wanted, please get this contestant sort of thing. And so like that billboard is right behind Glenn Powell's character. It's like maybe right here, or like behind him. And the billboard obviously moves it so it looks like sort of like a mugshot. So it's like this, and then it will change to this, and then right here. So it'll change places, the words. Wow, I'm recording this at 10 in the morning, guys. I'm so drained. So because of that, there's this funny joke where Glenn Powell just looks over there, here, and there at the same time that billboard with the person changes. So like, okay, for example, billboard with the photo of Glenn Powell, me, or Glenn Powell. See, like it, and that humor, that was like a pretty clever joke and just whatnot. But yeah, I don't know. I'm a huge Stephen King fan. I've been a huge fan of his. I don't know. I guess I just kind of didn't realize this was a Stephen King work, because I think, or piece of work, because I think when you think of Stephen King, you think of stuff like It, or Silver Bullet, or something, or like wait, is Pet Sematary? Yeah, Pet Sematary King, I think. Yeah, like, something like supernaturally horror, or like Rose Red. That's, I think, what you normally think of when you think of Stephen King. Something supernaturally evil or supernaturally horror. Not like a dystopian future about a show where you're pretty much a wanted fugitive for broadcast television. And it's definitely interesting. It's also an interesting commentary, too, about politics. It's like... yeah. But, like... yeah. It's a movie that I love. I think this is probably in my best of 2025 list. But I also have Avatar 3 to go see, so that may change. But that may change. I'm still waiting for Avatar 3. That's what I'm still waiting for. I'm still waiting for that one. But I legit love this movie. I think this is a really good film. Do I think it's going to do well? No. For multitude of reasons. I don't think it's going to do well for multitude of reasons. I was at school recently, and I told a few of my teachers about this film. And they're like, Running Man? I don't know that movie. Running Man, the new Stephen King movie with Glenn Powell. And before I even said that notion, before I even said the new Stephen King film with Glenn Powell, a person corrected me and said, "Don't you mean The Long Walk?" I'm like, I thought this was the most advertised film that has been advertised since the summer. I thought this was like everywhere during the summer when it was announced, but I don't know. I guess not. I guess not. So like I don't think it's gonna do well for. There's some people who doesn't even know that this movie's out by now. So, there's that. And, like, the So I went to this at a 7 o'clock showing on Thursday. I went to this at a 7 o'clock showing, and it ended like, I think at like 9:30, 9:40, something like that. There was like not a lot of people. And this is like, and it had been out since, because they put it in Century, because I usually go to the one in Century, here, because the movie theater I go to, it's, if you're here in the Fargo, North Dakota area, I usually go to the one in Century. That's the movie theater I like going to, the one in Century. It's next to like a Mexican restaurant, and whatnot. That's the one I usually like going to, because I like the reclining seats. There's not a lot of people. I really thought there would have been. I legit thought. But, I don't know. I don't know. But, yeah, it sucks too, because I like this movie. I really do. I think this is a very relevant movie in today's standpoint, but like, it's just so bonkers. It's so fun. And it's legit making me want to go check out more of Edgar Wright's stuff, you know? It's making me want to check out more of his stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think of if there's anything else I want to talk about. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. I love this movie. I think it's one of my probably new favorite 2025 films. And like 2025 has been putting me in a weird state. Minecraft movie, when that was announced, I was not excited for it at all. Then it turned out to be better than I thought it was gonna be, but not by much. And then Freakier Friday, I legit liked that one. I had a fun time with that, even though I know it shouldn't exist. And then this, it's like, you know, I like this movie. I definitely see why people don't like it, but I had a fun time with it. So, there are a few other movies I do plan on going to go see in the theaters. I plan on going to see Avatar, Fire and Ash. I love the Avatar movies. I love them to death. So I'm going to go see the third one, when it comes out. I cannot fucking wait. I cannot fucking wait for that one. It's going to be so good. It's going to be so good. And then, there's also another one that's going to be coming out, and that's the Anaconda reboot with, of course, Jack Black. So, like, why? I'm getting Jack Black fatigue. I really am. So Anaconda, that's going to be coming out, the new Anaconda reboot. That one's coming out Christmas Day. Although here in Century we get movies like a day early, so I'm going to go Christmas Eve there. I know the Avatar review, I won't do the review until like 2 days after. The Anaconda, I feel like, I don't know. Because the Anaconda is coming out Christmas Eve. I might do the review Christmas Day. If not, it'll probably have to be 26th. Because, well, Christmas. So, but yeah, so Avatar 3 and Anaconda, those are my December films that I'm gonna try and watch. And then at some point, I will do a 2026 anticipation list. Because that will be that's yeah. I might, I don't know. That video might be coming soon. It might be coming later. I have no idea. So, but be on the lookout for that one. It might be in January that I do that movie. That I do that video. Wow. My brain. It's too much for me at 10 in the morning. 10:30 in the morning. But yeah, so what did you think of The Running Man 2025? Did you like it? Were you met on it? Or did it piss you off for some reason? I see all the sides. I see why this movie kind of fell flat for some people. But I don't know. I legit enjoyed this. I had a blast with this. So, let me know down your Let me know down your words would be helpful. Let me know your comments down below. There we go. I can speak. And I'll catch you guys next time. See ya.